Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy DJ. All right, this is my WPL farm truck build I did, sharing with you guys, and give you guys some information on how I did what I did. And yeah, all right. First of all, this is the RTR version. Okay, I chose to go in on it a little bit, repaint it, make it my own, as they say, as a common saying is said, and I did so. Now I did it the lazy way, guys. I chose to not take it all apart. I mean, it came partially apart, like the doors went on there and things like that, right? So I chose to, if I can do this without this thing falling off, to just paint it as it was. I just masked things off and I painted the body, um, as it is now. But I did take the wheels off and stuff. I masked the bed, blah 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 blah. And actually, the paint color that you see, it's two different colors. Okay, hang on a second. I'm getting the can of paint that I used. One of them, anyway. It's two different colors. Okay, I'm using a Rust-Oleum camouflage right here. That's what I'm using, guys. And it works fantastic. Fantastic paint, Rust-Oleum camouflage. And this is more of the, right here, this is more of the green. You can kind of see the tip there. Yeah. So I have this one right here, and then there's also a brown. If you look at the can, there's a lighter brown right there. I had that, so I kind of mixed them a little bit. I sprayed the green first, then I went back and went over it with the brown. You can kind of see it there on the door. Okay, see that little brownish look? That's the other color. Then I got some Old English scratch cover right there, and I was just experimenting and rubbed it on there, and it kind of smudged it out and to give you that kind of old look or whatever else, So anyway, we go on around here, and you can see that I even painted the axles, guys. I did what most people don't do. Look at that. Look at that, guys. I painted the axles of this truck. Now, I was inspired to do that by Cross RC. Okay, Cross RC has military trucks and stuff like that. And I think it's really cool that they paint the axles. Now, my intention was not to make this a military truck. It's just to make it look kind of old and like an old, a used farm truck. Now, my driver figure is Princess Leia. I just happened to look up and see that you guys can get a real good view of her right there. I had to cover her up because if you watch one of my shorts, I opened the door and I had to cut the plastic dress she had on just to get her in there. And it was exposing her legs. So I had to cover her up and make her look like a nice looking little monk of the day or whatever. See, there you go. Covered her all up. You ain't seeing no leg no more. So I don't want you guys to think I'm, yeah, that's kind of weird. Think I'm a creepy guy or something like that. No. But anyway, you can see I took some time and did some of the interior paint work, not all of it. I haven't done the dashboard. I haven't done the doors. Okay. I haven't done all that yet. So, I'll get to it maybe sooner rather than later. Hang on. I'm about to knock it off. Hang on. Okay. Let me keep going around here. All right. All right. What else? I think it came out really good. I think that Old English really looks kind of cool. Again, guys, I didn't get this from anybody, by the way. I just made it up. I was experimenting. Old English scratch remover. So what I did, I got it painted, and I felt that there was too much brown. So I just got some Old English right there that I showed you guys, and I kind of put it on toilet paper and just, kind of went around with it, and you can kind of see the look that it gives. It just does a really good job. It makes it look like it's, I did it there. You can see where the brown color is kind of smudged a bit. Yeah, I use that Old English to get that effect. What else to do? Also, guys, I stained the bed of this truck. That's right. Old English comes in again. Boom. There it is. I did 2 coats of Old English now. If you look on top of the bed, look at that, guys. That looks absolutely what? Fantastic. Yeah, I stained it twice. Now, that's even some of the I don't want to say overspray, but some of it ran off on the plastic right there. You can see. And that's cool because it just helps on giving it that old look, whatever. Okay, let me keep on twirling this bad boy around here. See, I got the stickers there in the back. Even got some of the overspray on the rear tire. I don't care. It's a farm truck, right? It's not supposed to be pretty. So that's the fun thing about doing these type of builds with the WPL trucks is that, at least for me anyway, I'm not trying to make it perfect. I got to touch up that right there. You see a little bit of white right there. I will touch that up. I will do that. I like the inspection stickers you got there. And that's a real thing, like in China. They really do that. What else can I tell you guys? I even did the top of the roof, guys. I know most guys leave it white. That's why I painted mine. I'm like, I got to try to be a little different. I believe in doing that. The wheels, look at the wheels, guys. That's funky looking right there, right? I agree. It's not pretty. It was just an experiment. That's like 3 different colors. Started off with the yellow, then I did a kind of funky red on top of it. Then I put some white on top of it, and that's kind of what you got. A weird looking color, but I think I needed something to make it kind of pop a little bit. So that's why I use the white. So that, yeah, funky color. You see some yellow coming through on that one. That one you see more red. Yeah. And then I matted it out on top of that. I used some matte spray to matte things out. Yeah. And I think this is a very nice little RC. This truck's only $55, something like that, off Amazon. So I'll be having a series of these over time because they're very inexpensive. That's the main catch. Now, and it drives actually very well. Now, I'm going to do things different from a lot of people. I'm not going to even put oil shocks on this truck because you know what? The articulation is good. I got to get that again. The articulation is good. So what I'm doing different from other people, I'm not going to take it off the stand because, yeah. But anyway, I'm using wheel weights. I got them little squares. I don't have any to show you guys right now, but the little squares about, this big or whatever else. And they have adhesion, double-sided tape to them. And I put them on the side of the frame to get more weight. So even though the wheels aren't weighted, because I was about to actually use the WPL wheel weights, I thought I was anyway. Then I thought I was like, they don't have that perfected. Their wheel weights are really kind of goofy and extra big, and that would just deform the tires even more. Because what they do with this truck here, I don't feel that they are using the proper. They still aren't using the proper rubber for the tires, guys. I got 3 tires on this truck are fairly decent. This tire right here is goofy. Okay, it's goofy, so I can't really fix it. But I have another one that I'll put on there and use it instead. But right now, it's kind of wobbly when you drive it, whatever else. So, and these aren't perfect, but they're better than that one right there. So WPL, they still really need to come up on the tires, on their tire compound. Okay, not really any excuse for that. You guys have been at this over 10 years, about 10 years now. Come on, guys. Let's get the tire compound right. It's better than what it was, but it's still goofy. But anyway, I had this truck. I got their first generation about 4 or 5 years ago, right before COVID, I believe it was, or right before COVID, I believe it was, 2019, something like that. Maybe 2018, I can't remember. But anyway, I bought the first generation of this, and it was not right. The tires and the wheel weights, all that, I tried to drive it. The tires would just come off the rims. It was horrible, guys. I got really upset because what I have now is what I wanted back then. I stated that in another video. And it looks like they got it right now. Watch some reviews on this newer chassis. It's been out probably for about a year. The body's the same as the one that I had. But they redid some of the geometry. And I heard that even the frame is different from the first generation. So, and I think they even extended the wheelbase back just a couple millimeters or whatever else. But right now, this truck seems to perform quite well. And for $55, guys. And then, of course, I do like what WPL has done as far as making these trucks, very much to where you can, paint various parts to it. At least when you get the RTR, this one didn't come completely assembled like the brown one does. I believe the brown one's more complete, the Japanese version. But this one right here is more, it's mostly assembled, but you do get to put on the doors and the windshield area and stuff like that. At least I did with mine. So yeah, guys, I think it's real cool. I think it looks good. It actually performs really well. If you go back and look at some of my videos, you'll see it performing in the basement because it's too cold to go outside. So I had to do some tests with it in the basement. At the time, I had some different tires on there. I'm not quite satisfied with these tires. I have some more tires coming, which are these right here. See those tires right there? Yeah. Those are some good tires. I got them even on this other WPL. See right there, guys? Okay. These tires right here are the real deal. Those tires actually go on the UDRC, I think it's called, or LDRC Unimog. Okay? And they have a very good compound, as they should. These right here, the size is good, but the compound is still cheesy. It's like they have plastic mixed with rubber or something like that. But anyway, guys, in this chat, so let me know what you think. Again, I like having Princess Leia in there. You guys can get a good view of her right there. I got the light right here shining on her quite well. You guys can get a good view of her in the cab, and I think that's really kind of cool. And again, guys, I use all kind of driver figures in my vehicles. Let me show you over here. We transition over here. These are Star Wars figures, all of them. Star Wars figures, rather. All of them. Got my guy here. I don't know his name. I just got him and he fits. This is the FMS Kubo Wagon, I believe it's called. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that awesome? They look very realistic. These two here are also from the Star Wars series. That's my FMS Willys Jeep. Look at the girls, man. Look at how realistic they look. Look at the facials. Absolutely awesome, guys. I got another one. Hang on a second, guys. Okay, hang on. This is real cool. Okay, this is FMS stuff I'm showing you right now. Kind of get it off the WPL just to show you right there, guys. There's another figure. Look at that. I don't discriminate. I use guys as well as girls. I use all cultures, not just one culture of driver figure. The world's a very diverse place. I believe in using all cultures, black, white, Chinese, whatever. Oh, it gets better, guys. Look at this. Look at this right here. These are my Hummers. Two of my FMS Hummers. Look at that. Look at the driver figures. I just got this dude the other day. He's a Star Wars figure. Now, these are Hummers are 1/12 scale. Now, that guy right there is actually Billy D. Williams. Right there is actually Forrest Whitaker. Right there, guys. So, these driver figures are wonderful. They fit in the vehicles really good. This guy right here, I don't know who he is, but he's a driver figure. Real cool looking dude. Good looking little dude there. And I just got this guy the other day. $10, guys. $10, guys, off of Amazon. And they fit perfect in the FMS 12 scale Unimog. Look at that, guys. Absolutely awesome. Now, I chose to take the top off my Hummers. I like to see all the driver figures and everything like that. So look at that, guys. I got 5 vehicles right there. Well, 6 actually with that one. That little dude right there came with FMS. Okay. Came with the vehicle. So, yeah, guys, I encourage you go on Amazon and you can type in, they're called Star Wars, the Black Series. No, I don't think it's referring to black people at all. It's just what they choose to call it. And they got all these different cool figures you can get from the movie. I think it's absolutely wonderful. And like I said, that's where she comes from, too. Princess Leia. It's absolutely awesome, I think. Look at that, guys. Very scale. Very scale. She's got some clothes on now, though. But anyway, guys, just giving you this little chat to show you guys how I did, what I did, why I did what I did, or whatever else to this WPL farm truck. And that's how I'm going to use it. I'm actually going to build like a little sled to drag around the track, right? You know, guys in real life, they get tractors, lawn tractors, and they put like a pallet or something to smooth out the track or whatever else. I'm going to be using this truck for those type of purposes. Okay. I even got a bulldozer. I got coming soon that I'll use that too. But you guys will see it over time. Over time, you guys will see this stuff. It's winter time now. So just some of the things I'm thinking about doing because I have my own RC track in the backyard. I don't have to go anywhere. Okay. I have a trail course for the small stuff. I can even drive the big stuff on it if I want to. And I have a course for the mini Z's and all that other kind of stuff. Let me flip over here. Over here is my 24 scale stuff. You can see FMS vehicles. Yeah, guys, this stuff is a lot of fun. So, see, I got quite a few little vehicles here. I got to get my hobby room together. So, Back to this bad boy. So anyway, back to this bad boy here. I hope I inspired somebody. If not, I inspired myself. I just got to get that dashboard done and make it look a lot better, I think. But yeah, I think it looks real cool and it performs quite well too, guys. I get pretty good drive time off of it. Again, guys, you might want to consider getting those wheel weights. They add, it help the suspension and everything look more scale and more realistic. I don't think, you can get oil shocks if you want to, but I think the secret is not so much oil shocks as it is weight if you're going for scale realism, okay, which is what I go for. So get the weights. You can get them off Amazon. Just type in like RC metal weights or whatever else, and you can use them on whatever you want, but they're little squares of steel. I went through a whole pack putting them on this truck here, and I got another one. Where's my little white truck at? Hang on, guys. Hang on a second, guys. Where did I put it at? Oh, check this out. Hang on. Hang on, guys. This is WPL too. All these trucks are super cheap. This was like $50 too, something like that. Okay, look at that one. Driver figure, guys. See that right there? Now that guy there is an Indiana Jones action figure. I forgot his name. Short something, I think it is. Anyway, I haven't done much modifying to this truck at all. As you can see, it's pretty much how it looks stock, but this truck right here performs well. The main thing I did to modify this truck is I added the weights to it. Yeah. Let me give you guys a view since I have this right here. Check it out. I'm going to lay it on the side. Okay. If you look closely, you can see the weights. See right there? 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I got them stacked on this one. See that right there? The little squares, guys. Little squares. It's awesome. And then I even have one up here in the front there, where you can't hardly see it, but it's there. Let me flip it over to the other side so you guys can get a view of this. This is pretty awesome. And there you go again. I got them doubled here. Oh no, this side I don't have them doubled. Reason being, guys, the motor's right here on this side. So I'm kind of trying to balance it out. So I put more weight on the other side of the truck due to the fact that the motor's here. Okay. And then I even have a couple weights. I have a couple weights right here on the opposite side of the motor to balance the truck out. I think it's working out quite well. If nothing else, the truck handles better. It feels weighted. It's not super light. It's got actual weight to it. You can look at the back end. And it's much more fun to drive, to me, when the vehicle is weighted, they perform much better. Now, I haven't done anything to the exterior of this truck except nothing to the exterior, but I did put my little driver figure in there. Short Run, that's what his name's called, the Indiana Jones kid right there. Short Run. So I use him quite often in some of my builds. I have a truck right here. Hang on a second. This was a couple of years ago, like 2 years ago. There he is again. His neck is crooked because I had to shove him in there. But anyway, yeah, guys. Now this is the first generation FMS. SC10, whatever this truck is called. All right, I'm going to have to cut the video. It's getting long, I know, but just sharing some information with you guys, and I do archive these videos for myself. So yeah, I choose to share the information, but kind of fun. Like, I've been doing YouTube quite a long time, like maybe 10 years or longer, and I'm not trying to monetize my channel or anything like that. I might do it one day, who knows? But I have a lot of good information on my channel about various hobbies. Again, I said this in one of my other videos. I do RC cars, I ride motorcycles, I do e-bikes, I do e-scooters, and all that other kind of stuff. So if you go back, you'll find, sometimes I even preach. I'm a Christian, so I share sometimes messages about the Bible or Christian living. Sometimes I do those things. So you can go back and go through the archives, guys. I got like 600 and some videos. I'm pretty shocked that I have that many videos. Again, my intention when I got on YouTube was never to try to even make any money. I just put videos up to put them up, share information, and archive my stuff for myself. So I'll cut the video short. I hope you guys learned something from it, and I'll holler at you later. Bye.